Hi everyone, welcome to your practice today. I'm going to take you through a relatively short practice, probably a little bit less than 30 minutes. And we're going to work on some twists and a little bit of core, and it'll just feel like a nice kind of all around stretch and a little bit of strengthening as well. So let's get started. Just take yourself to a comfortable seat. If you have two yoga blocks, you might want to put them close to you, but if you don't have blocks, that's totally fine. You can do the whole thing without props. So take a moment here. We'll just center ourselves in the breath. Relax your outer thighs down, maybe lift your shoulders up to your ears, and then as you exhale out, just let your shoulders slide down your back and close your eyes. And take the next few moments to really slow down wherever you are in your day, taking this break for yourself. And with your lips closed, start to direct your breath slowly in and out through your nose. And maybe set a simple intention that you will let your breath be your guide throughout this practice today. And allow yourself 2 to 3 more big, deep breaths. Maybe a little pause at the top of the inhale before you let the exhale happen. On your next breath, take a moment to open up your eyes. Take your right hand out to the right, press your right palm down, and start with a side stretch here. Reach your left arm up and over your left ear and start to rotate your left wrist a couple times, maybe 3 or 4 times one way, and then 3 or 4 times the other way. You'll feel that in your wrist and your forearm. Now, on your next breath, I want you to come back up. Keep your your right fingertips on the floor. Bring your other hand behind your head. I just want you to feel that shoulder blade right on your back. We're going to cross this right hand to the left thigh. Take a deep breath in, inhale, and then exhale, rotate to your left. So come into a little rotation there, shoulder on the back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, open up to the left. 2 more times. Inhale, center. Exhale, open it out. So you'll start to wake up that shoulder blade for sure. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Open it out. Come all the way back to the center. Stretch both arms up. You're going to feel a difference there in one side, right? So your left side's going to feel a little bit, probably a little more woken up than the right side. Bring your other hand to the floor. Take your side stretch, moving in the opposite direction. So reaching through your fingers, tuck your chin a little bit, and start to rotate this wrist 3, 4 times one way, and then 3 or 4 times the other way. Big wrist circles. We're going to keep that side body long. Slide yourself back to center. Bring your hand behind your head, sit as tall as you can. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blade. We're going to cross, exhale, press. Good. Take another deep breath in. And then little rotation. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Twist. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. So you're really using the shoulder blade to find that twist. Last one. Inhale. And rotate. Exhale. Come all the way back to the center. Bring both of your arms up. Flip your hands inside out. So interweave the fingers, stretch up. Now you can leave a little bend in your elbows, and if you feel like you want to straighten the arms, you can. And see if you can take some little cat-cows here, right? So you can play around with this a little bit. As you move the spine, you might bend the elbows a little bit more. You can even take it open to one side or the other. Just give yourself another moment here to kind of explore moving the spine and opening up the shoulders. Inhaling, stretch up, exhale, circle your arms all the way down to the floor. So come right to the middle of your mat and bring your feet flat here. So we're going to lower onto our backs. You can hold your thighs or extend your arms out in front of you. Press your feet down and then slowly, slowly roll your way all the way down onto your mat. And once you're here, bring your knees into your chest. You can point, flex the feet. So in this shorter practice, we'll start to circle the knees here. Just trying to kind of work on and focus on as many parts of the body that we can in the time that we have. So when you have an opportunity to kind of work the ankles, the wrists, the feet, and the hands, take that opportunity. Let's come back to the center. Now flex your feet. Place your, send your heels away from you so that your thighs are perpendicular to the floor. So you're kind of in this 90-degree angle shape with the legs. Straighten your arms and bring the heels of your hands to the tops of the thigh where they meet the knee and start to press, right? So you're going to come right into your core. Now your back ribs, try to anchor those back ribs down. So you're already feeling this. Take another big breath in and a big breath out. Now on your next inhale, extend your right arm alongside your right ear. Now you can stay here or take the right leg. So same arm as leg extends out. And then as you inhale, pull it back in, push that leg away. Exhale, left side. So come right into that core, reach, stretch, and then inhale, bring it back. We have 4 more. So make them nice and slow and focused, as slow as you can go without losing that sense of anchoring the back ribs. Let's take that left side. Reach, stretch as long as you can through your left leg. Pull it back in. 1 more each way. Recommit. Press the back ribs down. Stretch out through your right side and pull it in. Last time on the left side. Big stretch through your left arm and left leg. Pull everything back in. Stretch both legs straight up. Roll out your ankles. 4 times one way. And then 4 times the other way. Start to feel a little stretch there down the backs of the legs. Bend your knees into your chest. Drop your knees over to the right side. T-shaped arms. You can turn your head to the left if you want. Feel a nice controlled stretch down the front of the torso. So still keeping a little bit of that core that we worked on. Keep drawing the belly back a little bit. Inhale, bring your knees up. Exhale, take your knees over to the left. Turn, rotate to the right side. Inhaling and exhale. Knees come back up to the center. You can hold the backs of your thighs. Take 1 spinal rock to come all the way up and bring yourself into tabletop. So shift your way into tabletop. You can either tuck your toes under or keep your feet flat. Inhale, arch the back and look up. So stretch out your front body. And then exhale, stretch out your back body. Come into a cat pose. And again, inhale, bend the elbows a little bit. So come into your biceps. Exhale, pull the belly button in toward the back of the waistline. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flat back. Separate your knees. Point your toes. Stretch your hips back to your heels. Go ahead and really reach out. Walk the fingertips out. Stretch out through your arms. We'll incorporate a little bit of a twist. So come up onto your right fingertips and slide your left arm under your right. Come onto your left shoulder, and maybe your left ear is touching the floor. You can stay right where you're at or lift your right arm up so you feel like a little more of a chest opening. Maybe you spin the right palm back and take a little half bind there if that feels good, just for another breath or two. So you're, again, working your right shoulder on to your back. Take your right arm up and then reach it out forward in front of you. Come back to the center. Press your left fingertips down. Inhale. Exhale. Thread your right arm under and come into your version of this child's pose twist. So the right shoulder and the right ear are down. You have the option to stay where you are or float the left arm up and just see how that feels on your shoulder. So in order to sort of open up the front of the chest, you really have to pull the left shoulder onto the back. Spin your palm and then half bind, possibly. So keep pulling, kind of drawing the left shoulder toward the spine. And take a deep breath in. Inhale. See if you can keep the left arm straight. Exhale. Reach it out in front of you. And then come all the way back to the center. Press yourself up onto all fours. Tuck your toes under and reach your right leg back. Just shifting forward and back here to work our way into the lower body. So we want to feel a good stretch down the back of the right leg. Now, keeping your right leg strong, bring your shoulders over your wrists and take a big twist open to your left side. So the left arm is going to come up, but right leg is strong and straight here. So again, front of chest stretch for your left side of the chest there. Good. Now we're going to swim this left arm forward like we did in child's pose. Stay here or lift the right leg up. So see if you can come right into your balancing tabletop. Holding here for one more breath, just working into the back side of the right leg. Now keep your right leg lifted. Take your left hand to the floor. Kickstand your left foot over to the left. And see if you can float into a sort of like a little balancing modified side plank. You can also bring your right toes down to the floor, right? So, but see if you can reach through your toes, reach through your hands. One more breath. Circle the right arm over your ear to take it all the way down. So we're really trying to work the shoulders. Bring your right knee down. Extend your left leg back and start to rock forward and back on your left, sort of left calf, lower calf. Good. And then bring your shoulders right over your wrists. Right arm reaches out, and then take your twist open to the right. So as you push the floor away with your left hand, lift your left thigh up. One more breath here. We're going to keep the energy flowing through your right arm. So swim it forward, looking at the mat. Left leg lifts up right into your balance here. Squeeze the thighs, push the floor away. One more breath. I'm going to keep the left leg lifted up. Right hand down, kickstand your right foot. Left arm, left leg, reach it up. So this is a core exercise too. Move your front ribs down, reach through your arm and your leg, and then taking that next breath, try to really get your left side longer. So reach through your left fingers and then circle your left hand down. Bring your left knee down. Inhale. Exhale with toes tucked. Come back to a child's pose here. And then again, rolling forward here, almost through a little cat spine. Come up. Exhale, arch your back. Come back. Good. 2 more times. Inhale through cat. Exhale, lift the tailbone up. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Keep pressing your palms down. Now we're going to come on up. Do it again. You can stay in your child's pose or tuck those toes under, bring hips to heels or seat to heels, and then swing the hips up. So bring yourself into your first down dog, maybe pedal out your legs, let your head relax, shake your head out, and separate your feet at least as wide as your hips. They can be a little bit wider than that. Grip the mat with your hands, send your front waist in, breathe. Maybe a little bend to the knees, right? So you can experiment with bending the knees and notice how that immediately kind of gives you some space to lengthen your spine. As you inhale, reach your right leg up. So take your right leg up for as big of a stretch as you feel like you want to have, and then bend your right knee, fan your hip open. Now let's emphasize the left leg, stretching out, left heel down. Good. Right leg extends back. Step your right foot between your hands. Bring your left knee down to the floor. So a little quad stretch there, front of thigh stretch. Take a twist here. Right arm comes up. So find your twist again. Circle your right hand down to the floor. And then keep that movement. Bring both arms up for a straight up stretch here. Keep the left toes tucked. Goal post the arms. Do a lat pull down with the elbows. Reach back up on an inhale. Hands come down to the floor. Step back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. You can hang out here in your dog pose, or let's move through a full vinyasa Roll forward into plank. Your knees can come down if you want. Exhale, lower to the floor. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale, cobra or a little up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Send the thighs back. Exhale. Armpits lifted. Back ribs full. Inhale, lift the left leg up. So again, this is your practice. You can open that hip up a little more here as you lift the leg a little bit higher. Now bend the knee. Tuck your right outer hip back and send your right thigh back here. Push the mat away with your hands. So we're holding on to that stretch. We work into the lower body. Now as you inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale. Step your left foot between your thumbs. Bring your right knee to the floor. Twist. Open to the left side of the room. And dropping the hips a little bit if that feels good. Open up your chest. We're going to circle the left hand the back of the room to bring it all the way up. So stretch up through both arms for a breath. Spin your palms forward and then goalpost the arms. So get into your upper back again. It's a back bend practice here as well. Just kind of working that in to the flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Exhale. You can hang out here once again or bring it up through on an inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step your right foot through. Same idea here, but we're going to keep the back knee lifted up. Come into a high lunge here. So high lunge with a little side body stretch. Press down into your feet, grab your left wrist with your right hand and take a little side lean to your right. So you're leaning just to the right of the center. Scoop your left sit bone under you a little bit. Come back to the middle and just take a moment here to open up to Warrior Two. So very simple flow here. Open up Warrior Two. Challenge yourself to press into your feet. Reverse your warrior, lift up and back. And we'll just cartwheel into a downward facing dog, exhaling. Inhale and exhale. So imagine your heels have little weights attached and they're drawing toward the floor. Press down through the big toe side of each foot. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, step your left foot up. Plant your feet, bend your front knee, lift up. So this time the left foot is in front, the right knee is lifted, right heel is stretching back, bend into your front knee. Now we're going to take the right wrist and the left hand. So you're going to stretch straight up. And then on an exhale, just explore the side bend, whatever depth feels right for you. Keeping your front ribs pulled in here. Inhale, back to center. Swing the arms down into Warrior Two. Exhale, right here. So your feet are wide, but still close enough together that you can really find a deep bend in the front knee. Reverse your warrior, lift up and back. Find that side stretch. Cartwheel your hands down, back to downward dog or child's pose here, right? You can always come to your knees in child's pose. You can also fit in a little extra movement here if you want to come through your full high to low. Take your chest forward, work your shoulders, and then we'll meet in our downward dog. Take a few steps to come up to the top here. So walk your feet up, bring a little weight in your hands. Separate your feet about hip width or go a little wider than that. You can turn your heels out a little bit as well. Soften the knees, take opposite elbows, little ragdoll pose here for a moment. Sway side to side, let your head relax. And you can absolutely bend your knees here, still getting a very good stretch on your hamstrings. Release your fingertips down, toe heel your feet together. Leave a little distance between your heels. Inner knees come together, squeeze the inner thighs. Let's come into chair. So feel that heat in the lower body. Take your thumbs back. See if you can bring your palms together. If that doesn't feel good on your shoulders, just leave your hands separated, inhaling. And then as you exhale, twist to the right. So we'll incorporate a twist here. Right shoulder pulls back. See if you can drop those hips a little bit. Inhale back up. Maybe the palms come up together if you want that extra challenge. As you exhale, twist to your left. Pull yourself around. Try to keep your knees lined up. Long spine. Come back up. We're going to swing the arms, almost fingertips almost graze the floor to rise all the way up to stand. So stand as tall as you can, move your front ribs in, step your feet a little bit apart, spin the palms forward and come back to this. Pull the elbows down, lift the heart, take a standing back bend here. So you're going to push the hips forward a little bit, lift the chest, gaze up for one more breath. And then all the way up and forward fold, exhaling. Let your head go. You can bring your fingertips down to the floor. Come back for a final down dog before we bring ourselves to a seat. Try to feel your whole body working here, right? Pushing with the hands, taking the top thighs back. One more breath. And then slowly walk your feet to the middle of the mat. Lower yourself down onto your seat and bring your legs out in front of you. We're going to come onto our backs here and finish up with 2 bridge poses just to open up the front of the body a little bit more. So as you exhale, lower yourself down. Bring yourself all the way to the floor and scoot your feet in. So your feet should be, again, as wide as your hips. Maybe turn the heels out a little bit more, right? So that you know that your feet are parallel. Push down into your shoulders, your feet. Lift your hips up. So we've got 2 of these. So you could try 2 different arm variations if you want. You could also put a block underneath your sacrum if you felt more comfortable with a supported bridge. So for this first one, I'm going to turn my palms up. I'm going to keep my palms up and just walk the shoulders a little bit together underneath me. Take another breath here. Push down through the inside edge of each foot, gazing up. Eyes are open. Slowly lower yourself down on an exhale. Now, if you need to pull your knees into your chest a little bit, you can, or just let your feet stay on the floor. Take a resting breath or 2. And we'll take the feet back down to the floor. Scoot those feet in pretty close, heels coming close. Walk your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit more this time, so you have a little bit more of an arch in the back. Push up using your legs. Now you can do the same thing with your arms. You could bend your elbows and use the backs of your upper arms to kind of push into the floor if you want a little more height. You can also interlace your fingers. If that feels good, walk the hands underneath you. Push down into the inside edges of the feet. So it's very common to roll to the outer edges. Try to squeeze the inner thighs toward one another for this last breath. And then if your hands are interlaced, release them, scoot the shoulder blades apart, lower yourself slowly down to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest when you feel like you're ready to do that. We'll come right into a figure 4 here. Flex your right foot, bring the side of your right ankle to the top of your left thigh. Now you can hold on to the left knee. You can hold on to the back of the left thigh, wherever you feel good. Just a simple stretch here with 2 feet that are flexed. So if it feels good, you could sort of rock side to side in this shape. And we'll finish here by extending the left leg straight up. Now you might notice you've got a little bit more of a stretch, a little more range in your left foot. Point your toes maybe, and then flex your foot one more time. bend your knee, and we'll switch to side two. Left ankle to top of right thigh. Flex your feet. Hold on to something that feels comfortable. So the back of your head should be ideally on the floor, right? So if you're kind of like here, you might want to take yourself out of it a little bit and maybe hold the back of the leg. You could even bring your foot to the floor. So important to take the tension out of your neck. Little rock side to side. And then possibly go for an extension through the back of the right leg. Point the toes, stretch out the top of the foot, reflex and bend. Hug knees to chest here. Now, this is your time. If you do have time for a little bit of rest, if you'd like to take another pose, a twist, a happy baby pose, anything like that, do something that allows you to transition into a few minutes maybe of Shavasana. Give yourself that little bit of space before you move on either to another physical activity, and maybe you use this as a warm-up, or you just move on with the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.